It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
They turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
2nd and inches at the 37-yard line.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First down, Buccaneers.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And going deep for Hill. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
Goal at the 40.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Back to throw again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Catch made here by Campbell. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. The throw over the middle, taken in. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So you got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Anthony Barr in on the tackle.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Rolling to his left. And he's got a first down of inside the midfield. And finally brought down at the 38. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
On the carry, it's Chubb. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. On play action, they'll throw. He'll buy some time right. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent game, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense. Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
He's across.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That one a first down pickup of 8.
First down, Tampa Bay.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. On first and 10, it's Mostert. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39.
The ball carrier.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Buccaneers.
He'll look to throw. That's swung out to Mostert. And he'll be taken down by the face mask, it appeared. And yes, out come the flags. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
They'll get that one out quickly to Brown. Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs. Hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it in, throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it's caught. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Tyreek Hill, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bucs are able to make this a close game again. Zerline good with a PAT. And that'll make our score 14-7. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation.
And got his man complete. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
44-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Being chased out left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1.
A 55-yard attempt.
And that is no good. Hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in, and this score will stay right where it is. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Offense set to begin their next possession. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll set up to throw. Flush to his right. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. No question that they're going to continue to look his way. 6 catches in the first half and now 7 on the game. Now Mostert. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11 now.
And 11 at the 46-yard line.
Now this throw caught left side. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, they've got to remember that they're not going to get it all back on one drive. But that being said, they also had to come out here in the third quarter with a sense of urgency and playmaking ability, and they showed it on that last play.
And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Brought down at the 23.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
2nd and 9 now. Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
He is going to find Hill here. And they'll get this down to the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Rolling to his right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. But it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that. And they force another incompletion.
And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown.
Tampa Bay.
John Brown there to make the grab. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Zerline connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Tackled at the 27-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Oh, this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off near the 29. That's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Short throw pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they gave up the pick 6. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory.
To the 49-yard line.
It was DJ Jones who was there for the tackle.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. Buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a 1st down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big time play.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. They'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And he is going to have a Bucs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the 4th. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll try the left side. Chaney, and that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 49-yard line.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. A quick slant to Hill. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay! Raheem Mostert, 34 yards. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt, you need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Throw here on second down, and that's complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk to the 45. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. It's a gain of 35.
1st and 10 at the 13.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. It's their quarterback. His 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Saints are back within a score. Oswell good with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10. At their own 21-yard.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each inning in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground, keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
The pass it's taken in by Hill. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 39. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. A quick throw here out to Brown. That catch good for only a couple.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there? Swarming to it and not allowing that to happen. Did not let him get downfield.
A 4-receiver look here. 3 out to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 8. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Third down, he'll drop to throw. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. They'll look to throw again. And no, it's incomplete. The Bucs trying on 4th down to come up empty. And the Saints will have the football back. So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on 4th down but come up empty.
But I actually like the call. And the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up. but also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they don't, they'll go out there and stop him. I like the confidence he showed.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's a deep shot that's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Devin Funches, 70 yards. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try and grab that lead back. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On first down, Chaney. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Tackle coming from the safety, Trey Flowers. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 8. Steps away to his left. He takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Back to throw here. And that is incomplete. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had, because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That can finish things off for them.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. Pressure right. He'll try and run it. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Knocked away. It's incomplete. The former Pro Bowl linebacker Anthony Barr there to jar it free. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. The throw over the middle taken in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Obviously a big first down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it. But they've got to continue to move quickly.
Back to throw now on first down. flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Dancing to his left. Campbell making the catch. And that's a touchdown as they break our tie here in the final minute of the fourth.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown. Late in the game, they look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together, make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. A second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got his man in stride, complete. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And he completes it to Cohen. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 15-yard line. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Jonathan Abram picks it, and he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line.
First down pass. Intercepted. The Saints take over 1st and 10.
The Saints in victory formation now as they'll take the knee.
Today's final.
A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles. And really the difference, obviously, was that fourth quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with belief believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.
So for the Saints, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Atlanta Falcons next week. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll